the hope of Jesus. Jesus is the Christ. He is the living Savior who's alive and with us right now, and we want to hold fast to Him, the confidence that we have Christ, that He is here and that He is present. You know, some of the biggest tests and biggest, what we call even wilderness experience happens in our lives at different times and different seasons. I don't know if this is that for you or for all of us right now, but I know in this transition, sometimes there's many different voices, and we've talked about that before. But in the midst of that, we cannot get moved by every wind of doctrine. The Bible talks about that in James. James mentions that, right? Don't be tossed to and fro by every wind of doctrine. We don't want to be double-minded people. We want to be single-minded in the fact and focus of Jesus Christ, holding fast our confidence in Him, that He is the Son that is over the house of the Lord. He is over us, and we need a firm grip on our true authority, and that's Jesus Christ. And so as we enter into this month, what we're looking to do is to hold fast. Not necessarily fasting. Now, if that's what's going to help you hold fast, yes, I like puns, it is a pun, all right? If that's what's going to help you to hold fast to Jesus, then do it. Then do it. But there are many ways and different tools that we can get to hold fast to Christ in these moments, to make sure that we do not lose our confidence, that we don't lose our faith, that we don't lose our confession. We need to hold fast in these moments of transition and turbulence and step into what God has for us, because guess what? It's right after the troubles, right after the testings comes the blessing. And as I'm preaching this message, can I tell you, I'm preaching to myself as well. I need this message just as much as I am preaching it to our churches right now and those that are listening overseas. This is for me as well, that I need. Matthew Catricola needs to hold fast and get a firmer grip. Don't get me wrong, I have a grip, but I need to get a firmer grip, because especially when the winds come, especially when things are knocking you back and forth, especially when good thoughts and good questions are arising, you need to make sure you know what you know and hold on to that and not let go of the altar, so to speak. Hold on to those altars. Hold on to what God's doing. Hold on to what He put inside of you, because this is a moment to hold fast. Hear me, church. This is a moment to hold fast as we step into breakthroughs, as we step into the next that God has for us. Yes, that's right. There is a next that God is bringing us into, and you are part of that next, but keep holding on. Don't let go. And we're going to talk about someone who did that. We're going to talk about a gentleman that, again, as we talk about January and fasting, he's famous in this month, Daniel. Daniel, that we've talked about the Daniel fast, a 21-day fast, and that is something that I will be participating in, but my challenge to us and to our churches is something a little bit different. But let's jump into Daniel right now. And you know, Daniel is an amazing, amazing story. There are so many stories in regards to Daniel, so many movies that could be made just regarding Daniel. You know, we pick up on Daniel's life starting at age 15, and then it goes up to the age of 85, a 70-year window where we get to see the life of Daniel. And Daniel lived through 3 different significant empires. Okay, empires. 4 different emperors, but 3 significant empires. He first lived through and was captured by the Babylonian Empire. And so all of a sudden Babylon came in, destroyed Jerusalem, and took captives about 25% of the Jews and brought them back to Babylon. And Daniel and his friends were some of those that were taken captive and brought back. And so Daniel served then the king of Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar. And he was underneath there, and then all of a sudden went to his son, and that was a real quick one. Then all of a sudden, then you had the Assyrians come in and take over. You have King Darius come take over for a time, and then that was the second empire. And the third empire was the Persians. And you have Daniel lasting a legacy through each of these empires and rising from the very bottom of society, right, to all of a sudden the very top of each of these societies. That takes something incredible.